Well, good morning. I want to tell you, I'm still rocking and reeling from being with these men. I am telling you, I've had such a good time. And
You better specify what do you mean by rocking?
oh, rocking.
Yep.
Wait, wait. Why does he always catch me when I'm saying the wrong word?
I was gonna comment on it.
But I want to thank everybody for coming in because, we had such a wonderful time. And I'm going to show you, well, Scott is not just a tech smart person. He's more than that. More than that to me. But I'm not going to show you yet. I'm going to show you before we go to bananas.
Bananas. Okay.
Because I want everybody to see his fun side. See, y'all think he's not fun, but let me tell you, my cheeks hurt from laughing so much. I laugh at him, then I turn around, and then Eddie says something, or his expression says something, and then I laugh at him, and then I look at you, and you just saying, well, oh, and
yes.
He's on location. Mr. Man up there is on location. He's spending some time with his wife, and he's on location.
In the MSC Yacht Club.
Yes.
Tell us all about it, Scott.
See, so like normally the card, just looks like this, right? And then on the back, it just has nothing, right? But when you're in Yacht Club, it says Yacht
Club. And when are you taking me to the Yacht Club?
I think there's a lottery drawing coming up pretty soon. So let's see how that works out.
It's still cold in the Yacht Club, though.
I'm cold this morning.
We were cold on the Prima. I'm letting you know that they got real good air conditioners.
They got Carrier, huh?
Oh, they got either Carrier or Linux, or they got something.
But they got here's the thing about the Prima. They got that. Not only can you set the air conditioning, but then they got that like blast button, right?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and somebody kept hitting that blast button. I understand.
Yeah, that was her. That was not me. I'm always the hot one, but Galveston must have just cooked her before we left, because
he and Hannah slept in their clothes and hoodies.
Yeah, just terrible. And she had
listen. If my wife would have been there, she'd have been hitting that blast button nonstop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's make sure that she never finds out about the blast button. Okay, Here we go. Good morning, everybody, and welcome into Go Live Together. We are your morning team, fresh off the Prima, and we are back in our home studios, except for the mustard drill. He's got to stay. He's got to keep it pushing.
Yeah, he's got to keep cruising.
Yeah, but before we get the show started, I got to kill down these banners because this is very special to me right here. This was gifted to me by none other than our friend Eddie Lugo Studios.
Everybody doesn't know about
it's a Waterboy jersey, and it's got my name on it. I don't know if y'all can see.
Nice.
Yes. It's Team Boucher right here. So I thought that was really special. Thank you so much to Eddie Lugo Studios for that.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
So I figured I'd feature it on the show, considering that we got some kind of big football game coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Let us know who you are rooting for down in the chat, and let's get a debate going this morning.
Lugo Giants.
But yeah, welcome into the show. We are your hosts. I'm Jeremy. This is Sheryl up top. We got Scott and Eddie, and we are ready to talk about our cruise. But before we get there, thank everybody. Thank everybody who has come into the replay. We definitely thank you for coming into the replay. Type in that hashtag replay if you're here, and enjoy the remainder of the show. But for those of you that are here right now, good morning and welcome in. Traveling with Tinkerbell has made one. She says, good morning, everyone. Wishing everyone a great Monday. Florida is a cool 60 degrees this morning.
Oh, really?
That's warm.
Just wait here.
And Danny D, the spectacular supporter, has made it in. Good morning.
Morning, Angel.
Cruising with Keith has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up?
Jennifer from Embarkation Nation has made it in.
Good morning.
Hello. Anthony on the move. Hello.
Antonio.
Hi.
Ahoy there. Captain Billy J Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Welcome.
And then we got Yo Brooklyn in the house. Eddie Lugo Studios has made it in. Good
Viva
morning.
la raza!
And
Hey Eddie, I have something I want to show you here. Right, it's my widget for weather, but look where the weather is being reported from.
Brooklyn, yo. How far are you from New York right now?
I really don't know, but we've been moving at a snail's pace, so probably not that far.
You going
So,
south or north?
South.
Wow.
okay.
Yo.
Captain Billy J's Travel says, don't come a knocking when Cheryl is a rocking.
Yes.
Right. She'll rock her way over to that thermostat and do it. Hey, Hammer has made it in. Scott McNeil. Hello.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Yep. And thank you for that donation of fresh fruit in the chat. We always appreciate that. He says, I hope you guys had a blast last week on your cruise.
We did.
What's the weather in 2 weeks?
Mike Arana's Adventures. Good morning.
Good morning.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Oh.
Mm.
And Captain Billy J asked a question. Is the Yacht Club available on Temu?
Yes.
You know, if it was, I would have been there.
I know, right?
90% off.
Ocean Travel. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey,
Good
Bruce.
morning.
Amen.
And yep, New York Giants. Okay, we got to vote for the Giants.
You got to.
And let's see. Jennifer is rooting for Taylor's boyfriend. Taylor Swift is going to win the Super Bowl.
Probably.
Okay, Captain Billy J says, "Go Chiefs! I'm betting on the Super Bowl for the first time using Hard Rock Bet, which they recently opened here in Florida. Our first legal sports betting.
Wow.
Let's hope you win, Captain. That way you can get yourself on a yacht club sailing."
Mm-hmm.
And Will G, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Controversial.
In New York City, they just placed their bets down on 18th Avenue.
I know, right?
On a bookie? With a bookie?
With a bookie. Controversial Cruising has made it in. Good morning. He's fresh
Good
off a cruise
morning.
too.
Yes.
Yep.
I know. I had such a great time the first couple of days on the Jubilee, hanging out with CC and all the other people over there. Thank you so much for being such awesome people to cruise.
Yep. And let's see who else has made it in. Cruising with Keith says Travis Kelce will propose to Taylor Swift on the field if the Chiefs win.
Oh, people are going to tune in.
Scratch and Pete PA has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Scratchin'.
And we got Aloha coming in from the Cruise Nuts on the Facebook side. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up?
And snap. Mike and Rand said we had a foot of snow here yesterday.
Whoa.
Wow.
You're staying in today.
I know, right? And let me see.
I always thought Canadians would be like a foot.
I know, right? And let me see if anybody has made it into town today.
Oh,
And yeah, we got a visitor. We are all caught up in the chat, and we got a ship in today. And it is none other than the Voyager of the Seas.
That's a busted up girl right there, boy. My TikTok feed has been filled with videos on how bad that ship got rocked on the same day we left. The same day we left Galveston, that ship ran into some storm out in the Gulf of Mexico and cabins flooded. It was insane. people were offered like 30% refunds and stuff like that or whatever. It was just horrible.
Yep.
And Scott, I want to ask you a question. When you are offered a 30% refund on something like the weather or whatever, can you let that onboard credit roll over or what?
No, so credit like that will usually go, like if you don't use it, it'll usually go back to the to whatever credit card you had linked to your onboard account. It'll be like refunded. So to that card if you don't use it. So
now, if they give you a future cruise credit, you can use that for a future cruise. But
exactly right. Yeah. So, but what a lot of times is a lot, and sometimes it can be a future cruise credit, but most of the time it's onboard credit when they do something like that. Like for instance, we're missing 2 ports here on our cruise because of weather. Because of the weather, we can't get into those ports for some reason, and they're not even tender ports. They're just for whatever reason we can't get in. When I was on Anthem I think in January or whatever, same thing. It was we couldn't get into a port because of the weather, so they just when they like refund the taxes and fees. It's usually not a lot of money. This time I think our taxes and fee refund was like $41. So if we don't use that $41, it'll just go back onto the credit card.
Okay, that'll work. And let's see. If you are getting on the Voyager of the Seas today, and you're in town, we're waking up to 57 degrees with 74% humidity and windy. If you're sailing away today, your sail away forecast from Galveston is 61 degrees Fahrenheit with 65% humidity and sunny. So at least you will have a good sail away today. And let's see who else has made it into the chat. There's a question from Danny D to Mike and Rihanna. Did you jump in the snow?
Imagine how that's cold that is.
I don't know. I would do it. I would do it.
Go turn that heat on.
I would.
And let's see. Mike
to pick me up.
Mike says no, but in the eastern Canada, in Nova Scotia, they are getting 6 feet of snow. Wow. Yep. The Z Show Cruise Fund has made it in. Good morning, content creators. I hope you guys are recovering from your cruise. I want to go on a cruise real bad from Galveston in the great state in America's history, the Lone Star State of
Texas.
That's right, baby. And
I have a lot to say about my first experience in Texas.
I imagine Mr. Lugo does too.
I've been there many times.
Yeah.
First time driving into.
Yeah. Tinkerbell says we missed a port in Puerto Plata and we got a credit of $20 as onboard credit.
Yeah.
Hey, TNT's Adventures to Sea has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so glad everybody's coming in to see Scott's other side.
And Bama Nola just made it in. So we gotta see what the deal is here in just a little bit.
Yes, I gotta set it up.
I tell you, I lost some sleep this weekend thinking about this.
Okay.
I have to set it up before you do.
TNT's Adventures to Sea says we fly out in 4 days. Carnival Magic, here we come.
Nice.
I love the Dream Class. I love
Magic out of where? Galveston?
No, Magic's out of Port Canaveral, I believe.
Wow.
And Magic's one of those ships where, like, Royal Caribbean has a ship or two like that too. One that comes to mind is the Mariner of the Seas, right? But Magic on Carnival is like one of those ships where they just move it all over the place. It doesn't get just parked at a place for a long period of time. It's just here, it's there, it's everywhere. So yeah.
Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well,
I have to set it up.
You do?
Yeah. Well, I went to sleep most of the time. And the main people, Alice Lugo Studios, Eddie Lugo Studios, Jeremy and Sheryl Cruise Adventures, and then the Mustard Drill. They were all doing their own thing at the table in front of me while I slept. I ate, had a glass of wine, and slept. Then Hannah was in the pool. So I'm good. Well, I wake up and I said, oh, it's so, and Alice had came over and I said, oh, I kind of want to get back because, I don't want to be a pier runner. And I said, I think we need to go. And so we said, okay, so we waited, went over to the table. At that time, Scott ordered some more grape juice with the fruit in it.
A second pitcher of sangria.
And so in a way I said, man, he had drank half of it down or, and I said, well, we got to stay or go. And he said, oh, I'll be okay. And I said, okay. But then we noticed he got up from the table and I thought he was going to the little boy's room, but I was wrong.
I did go. I did.
He did.
But you didn't come back for your thing so we could go back to the club, to the cabin. So I'm waiting and looking and, I'm short, you're tall. And you said, he's not coming back. He's jumped in the water.
He's in the pool.
Wait. I said,
he was on his way back, ladies and gentlemen, and all of a sudden he busted a right into the pool with all of his stuff just out. His bag was way back here in the loungers. His phone was right in front of me. I'm like, this is going to be a big mess if somebody takes his stuff.
And then I'm thinking, how am I going to explain to Hannah that she can't get back in the water if Scott is in the water, So this is what happened on our time that we were supposed to get back into the cab. Go ahead and hit it.
This is us leaving, and Scott, this is Scott right here on the screen.
Yeah.
Now this is Scott on sangria.
And we were waiting for him, y'all. This is how he did it. We were waiting. I said, I'm not going to be a pier runner, Jeremy. I'm not going to be a pier runner.
Okay, but that's not all. That was in the kind of middle of the second picture. Now I have a clip that is in the middle of the first picture. Okay, so here goes. And I know y'all saw baby sleeping in the background. Okay, she was knocked out.
I didn't see that part till just now.
Yes,
I did not see that until now.
Knocked
but
out.
I tell you, if you want to party, hardy. I think that's how people say it. Cruise with Scott.
Go to Paradise Beach or
With
Maya
Scott.
Chan. If you want to catch him in full form, go to Maya. Drink some of that tainted liquor, as he says, that Mexico has. We did not go to Maya Chan with Scott, so we were unable to catch that footage for you guys.
Listen, this is all I'll say about that. When I went to Maya Chan, right?
Oh, we gotta play that over and over.
The way I made it back to the ship was the good Lord sent an emissary, and that invisible emissary took my hand and led me all the way back to the ship because I'm not sure how it happened otherwise.
Amen. Yep, he just ended up at the local, and we had, I'm telling you, we had a blast this week.
We did. We had a blast.
First, let me welcome in Canadian Family Life has made it in.
Hey,
Good
Tiffany,
morning.
I hear that
Welcome.
it's big snow there, so I know you're cooking something warm to the belly.
Yes, let us know what is on the menu today. Kathy Mills, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bruce, it was wet and windy a lot, so they weren't running the carts, and in between the time we were just having fun at the local eating chicken wings and getting full. So we missed the racetrack, but that just gives us another excuse to book another cruise together.
Which we did book a cruise.
We did book another cruise, another Norwegian cruise. Matter of fact, over the weekend, We are going this December 13th on the Norwegian Escape out of Galveston, Texas, on the same exact itinerary we just now left.
Yes.
Yahoo! There we go.
I love Escape.
Yes. And Traveling with Tinkerbell said, "Oh my God, Scott was busted the moves. Love it."
Yes.
Listen. Okay, now in hindsight, right? I think to myself, I agree with CC. Right? That was pretty tame. Okay, you guys should have kept the camera there, okay, and just left it rolling, because I'm sure there was way more wilder things after that.
And Controversial Cruising says, "Can we get that as a super chat dance?"
We
Scott?
sure can.
Yes, we can.
Oh man,
We can
maybe.
fix it up. We can
Maybe.
fix it up.
Because that was awesome. I tell you, I mean, my things were so.
And here's the thing, Baby and I helped him out with his pictures of sangria, so I'm pretty sure that his liver is ever so thankful,
Right.
for the help this time around.
But we had fun. I mean,
yes, we did.
To sail with us, you've got to have cheeks that can take the laughter.
Yeah,
it is fun.
And Will G, whenever you go to Paradise Beach, it's all this like copywritten music, and I knew that we were going to catch a hit, so I just went ahead and put some songs from Filmora over it, so that way we wouldn't get hit.
Don't know what was playing, whatever it was. He was still on.
He was getting down on it.
He still had the rhythm to it.
Yep. And Canadian Family Life says we are about 2 feet of snow. Cape Breton, on the other hand, got like 6 feet and it's still coming down.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Captain
So
William,
I'm not sure how the geography is up there, but we've been to Sydney, Nova Scotia, which I believe is on Cape Breton. So
And let's see, Captain Billy J says Scott has some moves like Jagger.
Yeah.
Controversial Cruising says they call him Scotty Sangria.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Bama. This is my second favorite food of all time. Okay, and it's called boudin.
And we got a case of it when we went to New Orleans.
Yeah, when coming back from the Glory, we stopped in at a place called Best Stop, and it is found in Scott, Louisiana, believe it or not. And we got some real Cajun boudin. This is my second favorite thing to eat, only aside from gumbo.
He loves
gumbo is my favorite. Boudin is my second.
Saturday night we stayed in Hammond, Louisiana.
Yeah.
That sign was everywhere. Boudin here, boudin over there, boudin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
All over the place.
Yep.
I was just blanked out over here. I was talking to my live studio audience back here. I was like, thank God that's all it's it. We can stay.
That was it. That was it. Just you.
What did Bev say?
In a different form.
No, I said, thank God we can stay married now.
Canadian Family Life says, I literally just had to dig us out so Missy could go outside.
Okay.
Oh, man. And Anthony on the Move says, I want some of that grape juice.
Oh, it's good grape juice.
That is a pitcher of sangria, a pitcher and a half of sangria.
With a lot of fruit in it.
With a lot of fruit in it from Paradise Beach in Cozumel. Mm-hmm. You might look like that.
Yeah, it is some of the best sangria I've had. So
yeah, it's very good.
It's really good. Oh, okay. Here we go. Controversial. Some say that's tame, but wait till the third pitcher. I know. Yeah, man.
We wouldn't have left him if he had ordered a third.
And here's the thing, too, right? Like I was telling my wife about this, right? I said it was so nice of you guys to hang around, and kind of look after my stuff. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, because I know that you had.
But I often just kind of leave my stuff hanging around, right? Because, I'm usually cruising by myself, so I don't really have anybody to look after my stuff. So that was kind of like where my mindset was, right? Yeah. But again, really appreciate you guys looking out for me. But, I would say this. It is just stuff.
It is. DM Vlog has shown up this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
April Showers Network has came into the show. Hello.
Good morning.
And TNT says, that's the reason I try not to be filmed on the cruise.
Oh, see,
Too late.
yeah.
Too late.
Because what happens?
Listen,
Cruise comes
Ends up on
YouTube.
I'm sure there was worse stuff than that. Thank God the camera wasn't rolling then.
Captain Billy J says Scott was probably dancing to Baby Shark.
Wait till I get my blogs together.
Oh yeah. Wait till Eddie. You haven't seen Eddie. We haven't seen Eddie.
Oh my God.
And Alice told me last night that she's giving me everything she filmed.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, that'll work.
Oh no, the nightmare's not over yet.
Oh, yeah,
No.
Alice was on her game this cruise. I'm telling you, she
For
looked
the
like
next
a
4
grinder.
months, you're gonna see stuff.
She looked like a grinder out there. She was grinding out that content while the rest of us were just sitting down chilling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Having tall margaritas, huh?
I don't know that the margaritas were that tall. I got a little baby cup.
No, I'm talking about when we were in Customaya.
Baby cup. Doo. Oh, yeah, those things. Controversial Cruising says, not to bring the mood down, but the landslides in Cali are kind of surprising.
Oh wow.
We've been missing the news like a lot. We missed everything. Megan,
Yeah, I went from one cruise to another, so the only news I have is cruise news.
Yeah.
Yep. Megan Edgeworth has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning. And let me tell you, the TV programs on Norwegian is awesome. Awesome.
Yep.
They got Disney. They got Nickelodeon. They got Prime. They got everything. Everything that you want to watch is on the TV.
Yep. TNT's Adventures to Sea says it's like summer in Chicago. No snow and 44 degrees.
Wow.
It is global
That'll work.
warming. And here we are down here. It's freezing.
Well, here's a prayer request. Let's take a moment. It says, please, prayer for a gentleman that lives near me, malignant brain tumor.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. But yeah, prayer is definitely coming from this direction for sure. And let's see. Controversial Cruising says, well, if we wait for Scott's vlogs from this cruise, Carnival will have come out with 4 more ships and NCL will have 6 more, and it would be 2078.
Yes.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think that's facts right there. Hey, Together We Travel has made it in. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Shots fired.
Historic flooding in Southern California. We got to check that out.
Because we have family in Southern California.
Yes, we do. And Megan asked Captain a question here. Did someone say chocolate chip cookies?
Oh, guess what? Speaking of chocolate chip, all 4 of us got chocolate covered strawberries from
The assistant
Kieran.
food manager on the premium.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's because they had a really nice conversation with them one night in the local.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
And I'm kind of an anti-establishment kind of person, right? So I don't really care for cruise ship management. So I kind of just looked off in the distance like I was at a completely different table.
Yep.
And as a result, I did not get the strawberries.
You get the strawberries.
But I'm cool with that. I'm
Yep.
cool with it.
Bamanola says, breaking news. Breaking news. It's 8:30 somewhere.
Oh.
I was like, what? Is this a new segment we didn't talk about?
No, this is our alarm
To go to Eddie's
to
room.
go to Eddie's room on the ship. I still haven't. See, I just been sleeping. Breaking news. I had to turn around and go back home to get some more clothes on. It's cold here in NOLA.
Yeah. And check the weather, Bama, before you leave out. Well, before you finish packing, because you might need it.
Yep. Controversial Cruising says, oh my God, I forgot to tell you guys, I got stopped by the drug dogs on the way to Jubilee.
Ah!
Yep. And wait for it.
I
Wait
wonder
for it.
why.
No, I didn't have any drugs. I'm not that dumb.
I know, right?
Right.
It's the scent. You work at a place where you sell it, that scent is gonna cremate to you, and the dogs will pick it up.
Controversial Cruising says, but they took my organic coffee I bring to the ship to make every day because it wasn't in the company's bag.
Oh,
I wish I would have been there to film that, the views. Oh,
Oh my God.
what a show that would have been.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that, I had this quick conversation with one of my co-hosts who who took a rickshaw from the ship to the port, like to the end of the pier, right? If you walked, you had to go through the building, let the dog sniff your bag, and then you had to put your bag on the x-ray. But if you were being biked down to the end, you just ran right on through and there wasn't anything. So I'm thinking to myself, like, how long would it take, like, the cartels to figure that one out?
Yeah, I think you told me, because I remember that conversation. And me and Hannah took the little bike thing, you know, and you're right. We didn't have to go through security, nothing.
I was the one that got
Nope.
hung up.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yep. I didn't mind though. Hey, that's a good port though. Controversial Cruising says, and it was because of my friend's beaver nuggets.
Sure. Blame it on that. All right.
Here's another prayer request from Megan. She said, also, Rick Francis is going through a health battle and needs prayer.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. It's on No Pants Profits, and it's at like 7K views.
Okay.
We got to go check that out. Yep. Beaver
That's
nuggets.
what I need. I need a high number of views on one of my blogs, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lacking views.
Yep. Wait a minute. Hang on. Captain Billy J, I got a blue wrench taken away from port security. It was a gag gift for beach police since they always take it from me. Dang it.
Oh, wow.
Oops.
Yep. But no, I don't bring anything on the cruise. Nothing, not a gummy, nothing. I don't play that game. 39 cruises, and I'm not jeopardizing my cruise life for that. Nope.
Okay, that's
You're
me
right.
too.
Absolutely.
I'm not jeopardizing nothing for my cruise life.
Yep. See Me Traveling has made it in. Hello.
Good morning.
What's up?
And yes, we got a lot of great cruise memories just
Yes, we
packed
do.
all into this one. I'm telling you, it was
I wish you would
great.
play Scott one more time.
Scott, one more time?
Yes, Scott one
All
more
right,
time.
let's run it back.
Thank you
I
for your
love-
super chat.
And that's how we all feel, you know. I mean, we really do.
We had
a
so
great
much
time.
fun together, you guys. It was, oh man, it was this. I tell everybody, his parents, everybody.
We're selling Norwegian now.
But that's not
what
it.
we're doing.
I'm a platinum. This is the best cruise I've had. It ranks up there with my first cruise, with my sisters, my nieces, my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
This was the best cruise ever.
Yep.
And if you want this same experience, not saying that we're going to be in the same mood, because I don't know, I might be carrying my cane around, because they like to move around a little bit more than my legs like to move around. So if you want to see us in action, come on over to that Paradise ship. I'm telling you, now Scott and Jeremy like to walk around. Me and Eddie and Alice, I'm not going to leave her out. She likes to move around.
Alice had her track shoes on too.
Yeah, Alice likes to move around too. But me and Eddie, man, and we like to sit back and relax, you know, go a few feet and sit, you know. Shoot.
Mike Arana says, who got you the cake on the cruise, Eddie?
Alice did.
A beautiful cake, big cake, round.
Big one too, yeah.
Box, yeah. Controversial Cruising says, Lord, I don't know if the Paradise is ready for this crew later on in October.
Oh God.
You know they're not, because we bougie now. We got the pinky out and everything, and then especially Scott, he's doing the MSC Yacht Club, so
he's gonna expect.
Yeah, and you know what? See, like, I'm gold on this cruise. This is my last cruise as MSC Gold.
Yep.
After this cruise, I'm going to be diamond on MSC, which is their top. So then it'll be time to move on. I already have my second NCL cruise. I really had a fantastic time on Prima. I think Prima is a dynamite ship. I loved everything about it. There's not been a single cruise that I've been on since the restart where there wasn't at least something on the menu or some type of food item. And Kathy, this is like a heads up, put your hands over your ears because I'm about to trash talk Carnival's food, right? Carnival is absolutely like I was starved on those garbage scows of the ships because the food is just horrible. There was not a single thing I had on the Prima the entire week that I did not like or love, right? There wasn't a single thing. Every single thing I had on that ship was absolutely outstanding, or at least just good, right? I didn't have to push any of it away. So I'm really looking forward to this next NCL cruise, and I'm already shopping for a third one.
Yeah, we've already booked our second one.
Controversial Cruising says, I'll text John Heald now and tell him to get the Sangria brewing, Scott.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
I know that's right.
And here's the thing, when I'm at Paradise Beach or whatever, I'm usually there very early, right? And when I'm in Mexico, I like to drink tequila, right? So, but the last thing I really want to start doing is drinking tequila at like 9 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean? So sangria is a nice kind of more milder alternative that still gets me where I want to go.
Najuma Brown has made it in. Good morning.
And we have so much content to put out, you guys. So much.
We do. Just hang on. It'll be coming out. Let's see.
Especially if you have children. I have that content.
Controversial Cruising says, I know y'all like to people watch like me, Cheryl and Eddie. LOL.
Yes, we do.
And look who has made it in. It is none other than Cruising on the High Seas
and
travel.
What's up, dude?
You know what?
What's up?
We're acting like we're still drinking, right? And travel. I'm cold. Oh my God.
Okay, here we go. Controversial Cruising on the Paradise Group. We can all hold hands and go from the front of the ship to the back.
Yes.
That might be a good
and sing
good
Come
video
By
here. Yep.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And Controversial is going to be on the ship too. Oh my God. And I know he likes to party hardy. So, oh my God, I will have a cocktail once with him, and then I'll scoot on out. I'm gonna be scared.
Here's Kathy. I think a lot of the cruise enjoyment is definitely tied into who you cruise with, regardless of the ship.
That is true.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
But I tell you, I wouldn't be on a what is that thing called? Those boxes. Those 12 people were rescued.
The refugees.
Yeah, I wouldn't be on them. Wouldn't be on that with them. With you all. No. I would.
Scott wants to know if you've been on Excel, Mustard Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on Mardi Gras twice and Celebration once.
And I like the Celebration better. And I know they're sister ships, but
and
I like Celebration a little bit better too. I like kind of more of the decor and stuff, and I like how on Celebration they have that kind of homage to the Carnival brand and the evolution of the Carnival brand, versus that area on Mardi Gras is just kind of like a cheap, chintzy kind of, New Orleans French Quarter something. Yeah.
Will G, they go by points on MSC. It's a lot different from the other cruise lines. Like all of the other ones that I've seen, every day equals 1 point, and then you get a certain number of points and you're there. Well, it's a lot different on MSC. You sail often, and if you do yacht club, you get double points. If you, maybe you could explain a little better, Scott. First of all, we status matched. She status matched over the weekend.
over the weekend.
And then that gives you a certain amount of points. But then you go forward from there by however many cruises you book, however many days you sail, and how much money you spend on board too. I know
Right.
that's something to do with it as well.
Yeah, so the real quick breakdown is that it does depend on how many days you're sailing and at what kind of level. Once you're into Yacht Club, you do get additional points, and then you also get points on things that you bought for your onboard experience. So that could be spa packages, excursions, drink packages, whatever. You get, a little bit of points added on for that or whatever. So I status matched as well using my at the time I was Diamond on Royal Caribbean. I am now Diamond Plus on Royal Caribbean. Not that there would have been any difference. Diamond or Diamond Plus on Royal Caribbean would have still given me gold on MSC. There was a time when Diamond and Diamond Plus on Royal Caribbean would give you Diamond on MSC, but that day was long gone by the time I status matched. So I did do that. That gave me I think that put me at the bottom of the gold. So I've just cruised and worked my way through it. And then now that I'm in Yacht Club, I'm getting additional points. And that is going to be enough to push me across the finish line into Diamond. And then all I have to do is sail MSC once every 36 months to hold that Diamond.
That's right. Good morning. Marjorie has made it into the chat.
Hey,
Hello.
Good morning.
And then we got House of X Entertainment Inc. has came in.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party.
That's right. We can officially start the party. That's right.
So real quick, I saw a comment here from CC, and I just wanted to say this, right? On XL, I liked the food in Cina del Capitano. I cannot stand anything on the menu in Chibang. I think Chibang is an absolute horrible restaurant. Again, these are my opinions. This is my opinion. Everybody's different. Okay, I do not like anything in Chibang. I find most of the items on China's menu to be acceptable, or fine, but not fantastic or great or wonderful. I love Carnival's pizza no matter what ship I'm on. Guy's Burgers, no matter what ship I'm on, is absolute garbage and trash. I will not even waste my time trying to eat it anymore. I love the chicken tacos from Blue Iguana Cantina, no matter what ship I'm on, except for the ones that were on Tomodoro on Venezia. There was something different about them, and I didn't like them. But most of the MDR selections on Carnival are tired and just kind of meh. And everything in the buffet on every Carnival ship I've been on since the restart is absolute garbage, and I will not eat it.
Okay, cruising, controversial cruising. I agree with you. I do. I've cruised with Kindle Fire.
Yeah, I don't like her either.
But I agree with you. I would have chosen someone else,
Yep.
But she wasn't one of
Yeah,
my
she's unimpressive, and
Right.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't like her as a CD either.
Let's see. Scrow's Nest has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Emerald's in my opinion, Emerald's Bistro has really good gumbo and jambalaya. Okay, the jambalaya has a better presentation than the gumbo. The jambalaya, it comes out still cooking or heating up. The butter is it's bubbly and everything in a black iron skillet, and it's a really good presentation. It's hot all the way through and through the meal. And I was really impressed with the jambalaya, but the gumbo is not that far behind. It's really good from Emerald's.
Mm-hmm.
And
but then, of course, the problem with XL too is that once each XL ship is more than a year old, none of those other restaurants are free.
Right.
So then you're really kind of relegated back to those other, sort of kind of like traditional standby restaurants, and then that will, and probably even further, kind of solidify what it is that I'm saying. But again, this is just for me, right? obviously, if you've ever been on a Carnival ship, you see tons and tons of people in there eating like it's the best thing they ever had. And if it is, then great for them.
Right. I do like street eats as well. You know, you'll find some surprises, especially in Mad Sizzle. Mad Sizzle was my favorite. The Time Fries was okay, but then again, it's French fries, you know. So, yeah, Mad Sizzle was awesome though. And okay, so we are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for Jeremy to struggle with words.
Dad goes bananas.
That's right. Welcome to Jeremy Goes Bananas, the section of the show where I attempt to read what happens on this day in history. Today is Monday, February 5th. And yeah, straight out the gate in 1900, there was no history before 1900 on this day. That's sad.
And the man that did it, you can't pronounce his middle name.
Hannah is such an impressive little girl. I swear.
Yeah, she's so cute. And let's see, in 1900, the first two,
just say bananas, baby.
The
please.
first of two Hay Pauncefote treaties, or
bananas
treaties.
He said it. He already said
named for U.S. Secretary of State John Hay and British Ambassador Lord Pauncefote, was signed between the United States and Great Britain over control of the proposed Panama Canal. In 1914, American writer William S. Burroughs, whose experimental novels evoke in deliberately erratic prose a nightmarish, sometimes wildly humorous world, was born. In 1917, Mexico adopted its present constitution.
That's good to know.
In 1943, American middleweight boxer Jake LaMotta, the Bronx Bull, handed Sugar Ray Robinson his first defeat. In 1985, Portuguese soccer player Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the finest forwards of his generation, was born in Funchal, Portugal, or Funchal.
Bananas.
You say it.
No, it's not my segment.
There we go. In 1994, Byron Della Beckwith was convicted of killing civil rights leader Medgar Evers in 1963. Beckwith received a life sentence.
Medgar
Evers.
It's Medgar. Yeah.
Medgar Evers, yeah.
Yeah, Medgar Evers. Yeah.
In 2003, U.S. Secretary of State Colin Powell appeared before the United Nations Security Council to present evidence that Iraq possessed proscribed weapons of mass destruction and posed an immediate danger.
And Medgar said, I don't know if I'm going to heaven or hell, but I know I'm going through Jackson.
Yeah.
In 2017, in the first overtime game in Super Bowl history, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots overcame a 25-point deficit to defeat the Atlanta Falcons.
I remember that game.
Skip it.
And finally, in 146 BCE,
Wow.
the Third Punic War, the last of three between Rome and Carthage, came to an end this day in 146 BCE, culminating in the final destruction of Carthage, the enslavement of its people, and Roman hegemony over the Mediterranean. And that will do it for On This Day in History.
Dad goes bananas.
That's right, baby.
I don't know. The background of that video looks familiar. Kind of like what I would say is later became our favorite kind of MDR venue on
Hudson's. I love Hudson's.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel wants to get us down into the nitty gritty. What is your most favorite thing on NCL and one thing you would have liked changed? Can I start on this one? Can I please start on this
Yes.
one? Okay. The number one thing to me was the food. Do not change the food except for the gumbo. Number two, the thing that I would like changed on the Prima is the hours of operation of the kids club. On port days, they're only open from 7 to 11 p.m. They have to stay with you all day long. And there is no fun for the kids to be had from those hours to those hours. So yeah, I would like to add more open hours to Splash Academy.
The lift is going up.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
The lift is going up.
Oh, yes, I love it.
Babe?
For me, I don't mind that she can't come, but see, we didn't know that the hours were going to be different than carnivals.
Right. Or vary from day to day, depending on where we were going. And
there is a queue, Jennifer. You have to do a queue. They don't tell you that till the second day. There's a queue for you to put your child in. Even though you've registered them, you still have to get on virtual queue and
wait until they're ready for you
to go. And it's like 10 minutes to get there. But if you're at the back of the ship and the kids club is at the front of the ship
and your timer runs out, you got to go into the queue
start
again.
all over again.
And most of the time, whenever you get there, there's going to be a line of people who like to talk very long. And you're sitting there, the 10-minute timer is just running out in your hands and you can't do nothing about it.
Exactly. Because they only have sometimes one person to check your kid in, or maybe two.
A pro tip, do not hit that timer or I'm on my way until you get in line.
Yeah.
And you can pretty much gauge when your 10 minutes is going to be up or whatever. You just got to use good sense and don't tell them you're on your way until you get there.
Yeah.
You know, then you can hit I'm on my way.
Tip.
Yeah.
It's a hack tip.
Hey, it's whatever it takes.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing that I really, really enjoyed, you know, and I didn't understand it when Eddie was saying, I'm going to the atrium. I'm going to the atrium. The atrium is where they have a little get-togethers, little parties, so to speak. And I like that, you know. There's nothing I wouldn't change, because if they touch their TV, they've lost a customer, because I love the programs. And me and Eddie would talk about the movies that we've watched.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, James Bond, 007, they had the latest one.
They had the new one on there. Hey, Tanisha has made it in. Leonard Family Fun. Good morning.
Good morning.
I wouldn't change nothing, really, you know.
So, Scott, let's get your response to this question. This is a really good one right here.
I wouldn't change a lot about it. I mean, a lot of, like, there was just a couple of little things that I didn't like that were like first world problems to the max, right? So the buffalo wings, for instance, like real quick, like a very long time ago when Royal Caribbean added buffalo wings to their room service menu, they came in this black sauce, right? And it was actual, like when you ordered them with buffalo sauce, it's supposed to be, you know, like a mild or a medium or, you know, a hot, but it's supposed to be orange, supposed to be like based on like a hot sauce, right? And it came with this black sauce and didn't taste anything like normal buffalo sauce. And I just kept losing my mind about it, right? And then now when you're on a Royal Caribbean ship, you get like a normal orange kind of colored black buffalo sauce. And I just kind of thought that was, you know, those days are behind me. Nope, that's how the wings come when you order them buffalo in Hudson or in the local on NCL. And it's kind of weird, kind of crazy. So again, but like extreme first world. Otherwise, the wings were tasty and, you know, they were cooked well, right?
Yep.
I would probably, you know, change the damn coffee cups, right? So here's the thing, right? See this? Look, I can get my whole hand in there. Right? and it's a full-size cup, right? So on NCL, right, it's a full-size cup, but it's got this little tiny dainty handle on it that you can't even get a single finger. And I got like thin fingers, right? You can't even get a single finger in there. So you got to kind of pinch it. Like it's a little espresso cup or something like that. It's a pain in the butt, especially when you're trying to carry 2 of them back to your room, right?
Right.
Just really small, extreme first world issues that I would never say anything about unless I was on a live stream somewhere and somebody asked.
Eddie?
One thing I will always love about the Prima, of course, is the ship itself. I love that. I fell in love with that ship the moment I saw it back in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, my room, I found the word for it. I mean, I walked in there and I felt like I was in royalty. I felt like I was in a suite. I mean, this room was so huge, even bigger than our living room and our bedroom together. I mean, king size bed, accessible bathroom, incredible bathroom with a shower. I mean, an incredible room. I'm telling you, I was so relaxed, so comfy in there. That I slept great every night. I took a nice nap when we could, and I even watched movies and everything besides going to shows and everything else. So I mean, that's how nice this room was, and I mean, I'm looking forward to the next one. What I would change, going back to the like Cheryl says, the atrium, I will remove that big white sofa that they have there. In that divider where they play the band, I will remove that divider out of there with those bases, and they could put that on the wall next to the bar, the Penrose bar, right there in the same area. That's where those bases and shelves could go. But this will open more space for the dancing, the running around, and the activities. And they need a screen. All the other ships, the breakaway ships, they have in the atrium, they have a big screen where they do the movies late at night. When they do a class or anything on the atrium, they show everything on the TV for other people to see way in the back. The breakaway classes, the deck 7 is open from the oceans up there, and you could look down to the atrium. So by having that big screen, you could see everything. I mean, the style of the Prima is different, so I don't see anytime soon a screen going on that stairs that you have going from 6 to 7. But it could be a removable screen or something. There's a space underneath the stairs that is open. It's wide open, so that the screen could go in there to have people that are in the back to look at. That's about the only thing I would change. Everything else, I found everything very simple. I'm so used to the how the Norwegian ships are, where their restaurants and everything is at, that it was very easy for me to find my place. And the ship, it's smaller than even the Carnival ships. Are smaller, so it made it very easy for me to get to. I did made a few stops in the way there, but it was. I mean, other than that, I'm hoping that in the future, maybe 26, 27, we'll hit the Prima again. We'll see.
All right. Let's see. Oh, snap. There's a calendar thing coming in today. Carmelin for the win. Carmen has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And yeah, the kids club, other than that, I mean, that was it. That was the only thing that I would change. Otherwise, it was an absolute perfect cruise.
I was very impressed with the ship, very impressed with its layout, its design, its decor. I did see a comment from Kathy that said that she didn't think that the CDs had very much personality. I would agree with that, Kathy. I didn't think they were very impressive either, certainly not by a Carnival standard. Right. And I saw a comment from Tinkerbell that said that she felt like a lot of the food venues and stuff were too small. And I kind of agree with that, but here's what I think on myself, and I was telling my wife this several times. On the Prima, the buffet only goes down one side. right? And then the other side, which on every other ship, every other line, you would have two sides of the buffet. They're identical, but almost all the time they're only going to have one side. Only during like the extreme peak times are both sides open, but most of the time it's just one. So that allowed NCL then to use that other side for 2 additional specialty restaurants. And I personally thought that that was a better use of the space.
And also during the times that like morning and afternoon, they used the other 2 restaurants that were closed at the time for extra seating for the buffet.
Yeah.
So that was cool. We got to sit over there in Food Republic and have a good time. And they had additional fresh squeezed lemonade over there every day. And me and Hannah really took advantage of that because I didn't want to go all the way back to the buffet to get the flavored water. But hey, they had good lemonade over there on the other side. Scrolls Nest is going to send you a message in a few minutes.
I think that's CC, not me.
Yeah, one of the Scots here. Let's see.
One thing I did not have throughout the whole cruise. I usually have one at least.
Okay.
A burger.
A burger.
No burger for me. I did not have even one burger. That is so weird.
Yeah, I did. I went to the Surfside Grill, which is separate, from the buffet, but it's, you just walk up, you get you a bun, you get you a burger and start just building that sucker. It was good. And they had unlimited pickles over there on that side too.
And Alice had, I will say maybe out of 4 days for lunch, she had a burger and she brought extra fries. That's what I was munching on the fries.
Yeah.
But she says, "Can I go get you one?" I was trying something different. Ham and cheese and fry this or fry that. I tried something different.
But the cruise, let me tell you guys, the cruise was good enough to where it actually brought us out of our cabin a whole lot more. I'm not sure if it was, the mustering at the end of the day for all 4 of us that drove us to get out of it. But the fact that baby and I and Hannah and everybody had enough energy to get up at the end of the day, I believe that we were so relaxed to where we could, get up and break our normal way of cruising, which is, sleeping after dinner. And we got up, we went to the local, we had some ice cream, we had some good laughs, and stuff. But with the Prima, I'm telling you.
Even you, Jeremy, you showed up for a couple of the late shows.
Yeah, I did. We went to comedy and also the Newlywed Game. We got to cover that later on in the week. That was kind of cool. We did not race. Okay, we did not take the opportunity to go up to the racetrack, but that only gives us an excuse to book another NCL cruise with a racetrack on it. Yep. Okay, here we go. Leonard Family Fun. My cruise is so close and work is blocking it. Trying to work and listen to all this cruise fun from the cruise make it as hard to concentrate, but it's all good. Light day today at work. I'm telling you.
And Rob, I will tell you one thing. I'm still the undefeated champion.
And on the dry slides, in case anybody was wondering, I came this close to doing the drop. Okay, baby's downstairs waiting to film whoever's coming out the tube. Me and Hannah went upstairs. Hannah was going to go first, but Hannah was too short. So I'm like, instead of leaving her upstairs and me doing the drop slide, we both went over to the other side and we had us a race. Well, Hannah did not wait for the guy to say go. She just got in the little sock thing that you get in and headed on down the tube. I headed down the tube and that sucker was bumpy. Okay, the one on the left is bumpy. I lost miserably both times. Hannah is the reigning champion on the dueling dry slides.
Featherweight, and you are over the size. I need to beat Eddie on the speedway on the joy next year.
There you have it.
Raymond.
And okay, so speaking of cruises, we got another one coming up later on this year. I know that we are all excited to be cruising again together. The Go Live Together team, it is fun to cruise with. I can tell you that, firsthand. We had a super duper blast, and let's hear all about it, Eddie.
Well, in October this year, October 28th to be precise, leaving out of Tampa, Florida, on the Carnival Paradise on a 6-day cruise. Leaving out of Tampa, we're gonna go down to Key West, Key Lime food, Key Lime pie, lobster rolls, yes, and piña coladas to a boot. From there, we're gonna go to Montego Bay and Grand Cayman also. Oh yes, yes, and yes. A lot of us are going. So you want to go? Get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel to put your deposit down and pay off your cruise by July. You got what is it? 5 months to go. So the sooner you get taking care of this, the sooner you could go with us. So please call. There are cabins available still. So do it. Get in touch with Bruce and let's go.
Who's Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
All right. So, Scott, I know we skipped over a lot of stuff dealing with today, but let's get your first impressions of the MSC Yacht Club and how it differs from other cruises. And, let's hear about it.
Of course, it's going to be on a blog in 2078, but yeah.
I know.
I would love to discuss that in a more neutral frame of mind.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll work.
Friday night.
To be continued, ladies and gentlemen.
Friday night, he's going to give us a tour.
Yes. You're going to be on Friday night, right?
Of course, yeah, and obviously, Yacht Club is not large enough to to take up a lot of the standard hour that I normally do. So I'll definitely be giving everybody a tour of Yacht Club, as well as maybe a few of the highlights of Meraviglia, even though that I've done several lives and runarounds from Meraviglia. But, it's still a fantastic, beautiful ship. And, for anybody new that might tune in, I'll bring you some highlights from outside of Yacht Club on this beautiful ship.
Yep. Well, that will work. And okay, so today you're at sea, and then they canceled a couple of
so they can't. So due to weather, again, this seems to be the year for canceled. This kind of like the end of 23, early 24, basically the winter. It just seems to be the season for the years of canceled ports. So unfortunately, we're supposed to go to the standard northeastern. When you sail from the northeast, very standard 7-day cruise is Port Canaveral, followed by a private island in Nassau. So we were supposed to do Port Canaveral, private island, Nassau, and unfortunately, due to weather conditions, we are not going to the private island, nor are we going to Port Canaveral. So we have just been kind of putting along because now we are alternatively going to Miami for the day, and then Nassau for I believe the normal scheduled day for Nassau, and then we'll be sailing back to New York City, arriving on February 11th.
Nice. And
Super Bowl day.
All right.
My brother's birthday. By the gents, by the way.
Yes. And okay, so we are all caught up in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming into the show today. Like I said, we'll be discussing some more about the Prima. God knows we got a lot of stuff to discuss.
And by the way, Jeremy has 2 blogs yesterday. Is it 2 or 1?
2.
Yeah.
I did a walkthrough. I did a walkthrough on the Prima as well as our night at Teppanyaki. Oh my God, I had to get that out because that was so much fun. It really was. Eddie's birthday bash at Hasuki Teppanyaki, and that was my first time ever doing the show. And Scott was next to me. He's like, "Watch, this is going to happen next." And sure enough, boom! Like it's the same show. And I put some video together for you guys if you want to go check it out. It's on Jeremy and Sheryl Cruise Adventures. It's a couple of them, but that is an absolute beautiful ship. It's nothing like I've ever seen before because I've only done Carnival prior to this sailing, and my mind was absolutely blown.
Please do not go into another cruise line thinking it's going to be the same. No, every cruise line is different.
Yeah. And hang on a second.
Hey, we got a super chat from you and you and you. Thank you.
Where's Scott going like this?
Oh, wait a minute. The new super chat dance. Hang on. Let's see. You want the pool or outside?
Both.
No!
I like the guy in the water behind him going like he's falling up the float.
And then, of course, there's this one.
I'm there filming, and I see this guy, little by little, running to my shirt.
No, I think it's a super chat from you. And them. Everyone and everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to put that one together also. And Captain Billy J says Scott won't miss the Ravens in the Super Bowl. He'll be back from his cruise, and the Ravens aren't in the Super Bowl anyways.
That's late news, Cappy.
Yeah. I'm kind of over it already.
Man,
the Giants in the first game they lost, that was it. I was done with the season.
Yeah. The Teppanyaki, wow. Really just wow. That was too
Teppanyaki, no matter where you are, no matter what where you're experiencing, it's a great experience it's a good dinner show. So.
It is.
We always been going to Moderno. This is our first time. I knew I always wanted to go, but every time we tried to book it, it was already full. That's why this time I wanted to for sure to go to this place, and I am not regretting it. I ate so much that it took me forever to fall asleep that night, and I'm telling you, that's the first time I ever been gone on a ship. I've done it before out in the Peachtree City here in New York, but definitely the next one, that's where we're going again.
Yep.
Yum.
Absolutely. It's well worth the visit. And I've been looking at videos of the Escape already, and their teppanyaki has a lot more tables than the Prima. So there's probably a better chance of getting into that one than the other one.
Yes.
Also, another thing is that we saw the MSC Seascape parked next to the Prima. In Cozumel while we were there, and that's the ship that's coming to Galveston. That's a huge ship too.
Beautiful.
So we're getting excited about that one. I think we're close to booking that one. The first one smoking out of here on November 9th, 2025. And we'll be looking forward to MSC and Norwegian going forward after the Paradise. I'm not saying that we're dumping Carnival, but for now we're exploring.
I think it's time for you to branch out.
Yes. I did feel as though, and here's one major thing for me. Okay, is I get hustled enough in Progresso to cover the whole entire cruise. There was nobody hustling trays of already prepared drinks for me to have. Nobody was pushing alcohol on me this week at all. And I loved it. It's like they let you cruise freestyle. You cruise how you want to without being pressured. I love it. I love NCL. I do, for that reason. So anyway, guys, we're not going to give it to you all in one show. Today, we must bid you adieu. I know Scott has some butler things to do. And and me and Eddie are still in cruise mode. So we will bid you adieu for the day. As always, y'all take care of each other out there. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Bye.